Hello and welcome. We have the flag bearers versus 0.12 Rubles here today. And I'm here commentating with Sizzle, and Doku is recording for us. Lineups are Classic 12-1 MC Ride and Venetics for Rubles. For the flag bearers, we have Borgen, Noob, Alfitso, and Streetland.
Seconds until game start. A tag bro in the middle, which also makes for an exciting power up battle when it's tag bro, but it only happens 1 in 3 chance. Close second, Noob barely even spawned, but Noob is the only one who goes for the boost. Gets in front of one and gets the tag pro in the middle. Borgen holding onto his rolling bomb. That's a really good start for flag bearers to get the rolling bomb and the tag pro. Noob helping Borgen to preserve it. Using it to get past Venetics. They're away through the top. All they've got to do is somehow get Closec off the button, which they do, despite having tag pro once. The only person to beat, and he's being blocked by Alfitso, but it's not enough. Just managing to duck up above. Noob's trying to get away from Closec and Venetics along the bottom, but Venetics snooker, I believe the term is. Venetics to get that return, which was really nicely done. Resetting very quickly as 0.12 Rubles, very organised. The way that they do that, close set going for a flaccid grab that almost looks like they worked to how to split him. Noob missing the boost into the flag and now can't decide which one of them is going to grab the flag. Noob goes for it. MC Rise lining up the snipe, but he jumps it by a couple of pixels. Noob is away from the bottom by another couple of pixels. Away through the bottom. He's only got one ahead of him, being blocked off the boost, but one knocks everybody out of the way at the same time and bounces off the wall to get the return on Noob. Now Borgen completely unseen from the 0.12 Rubles getting up. It is a tag bro. I have to feel sorry for him. Getting that. Street Lamp's got the tag pro on the defense. Morgan just dodging the snipe from close second, getting around him to get the cap to put him 1-0. 2 attempts to cap, and one of them has succeeded. Noob might be able to make that 2 caps, but Venetics has got in front of him. But Noob just manages to get around Venetics, but not going to get past one, who managed to position himself very nicely to avoid that one getting cornered. Klosek might be waiting for a handoff, but he can't make it work. Street Lamp forcing him to flaccid. Noob going for the boost. Borgen trying to block, and he blocks just enough to get Noob by, but MC Ride doesn't miss the snipe this time around. Borgen isn't going to be able to slip Venetics and MC Ride, who have got their composure back and are starting to be a little bit more coordinated. One going through the top, he's away. He's got Noob in front of him. Borgen spiking himself. Noob can't get there in time. Yes, he can. He's forcing one to go around into circles, and Alfitso just meets him before he can roll over the flag, so he's going to have to backtrap. He was only a few pixels away from the flag, and he just missed out. Power-ups respawning, rolling bomb in the middle. That's going to do him a lot of good, but not if he can't even see it and get to it. Closek's not even going for the tag, bro. I don't know what that's all about, but Closek could have very well given him an escort right there to put them in a tie. Borgen grabbing the flag while everybody's completely out of position, and Street Lamp using his tag pro very nicely. Closek could have done the same. Borgen's away down bottom. One's getting cornered. Closek is the only person to beat, but Alfitso is the only person who can get the return. Closek goes for the sensible cousin's kiss. Noob with the rolling bomb getting away from him, but it runs out just before he gets to use it, and he gets returned.
Yes, this is an excellent start to the game for both teams. Both teams looking fairly strong, though Rubles obviously lacking in that gap there where they were capped against, obviously. She's obviously quite a lot then.
Noob and Borgen working well together. Noob and Borgen. Borgen does spike himself, but Noob gets an amazing crossback on Venetics to get in front. Venetics spikes himself, can't get in the lead. One misses the snipe. Closek is the only person ahead. One to beat, one to block, but Borgen doesn't hang around to give Noob the support that he needs and the blocks that he needs. He's instead going to go for the middle and try and get a power up, but MC Ride's going to beat him to it, getting a Juke Juice. Rubles getting all 3 of those power ups, which was the thing that won Kamehameha the game last time they did it. One, taking out the defender of Alfitso, giving Closek a nice little bump to get ahead. Closek has got to get past Borgen. MC Rise Juke Juice should be able to help with the blocking, but now that the whole of the team is in position and he just can't duck around Borgen to get the return outfit, so might be able to capitalize on the out of position. 0.12 Rubles not getting away from MC Ride. Closek taking the snipe from 1 just to use to have a face full of spike. 3 to beat, only 2 to block. 1's having to backtrack away from Noob. But he can line up snipe. Maybe he can go in between Alfitso and Street Lamp, but he isn't going to get past Borgen. Noob grabbing the flag to get away through top. Closek getting returned by Alfitso, and the flag bearers are now 2-0, which is a score that nobody expected to happen. I do believe that Rubles were the favourites to this match Flag bearers are really, really desperate for this win, much like the Hawks were against the City Swans this weekend. And it's showing. They're getting the power-ups back. Borgen's got a rolling bomb. They do really need this win if they want to make it into the playoffs, which is still very likely. Borgen's way through the top thanks to the rolling bomb. MC Ride can't use it. Street Lamp pushing closer to the button one, getting in position. A carbon copy of the return that he got earlier in the game to stop the first cap, and he does it again to get the return on Borgen. Noob's going way through the team tiles. Dangerous, 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 and all three of them die thanks to the noob spike from the flag carrier dying. Power-up control. Power-ups definitely weren't at the time that they weren't at the start of the match. They were a little bit out close sec. Getting the grab off the handoff from one. Borgen can't get to the button without killing MC Ride. Elfitzo's trying to line up the bomb return, but he just can't make it happen. Getting a face full of spike and said close sec, going for a very, very risky bomb, but he does make it work and he is alive. He's taken out one of the chasers. He's only got Borgen and Noob in front of him. Noob grabs, Noob flacids. Borgen and Street Lamp both being blocked. Closec puts his team on the board to bring the score to 1-2. One might be able to double his team's score, but he can't get past Street Lamp with that Juke Juice, just doing a little bit too much. Closec, though, gets the tag, bro, capitalizing on Borgen making a mistake and missing out on it. Noob isn't going to be able to get past Phonetics in a tight exit at this base. One's away from Closec, clearing the way very nicely, but they're back with the whole enemy team in front of him. Borgen lining up the snipe while Closec's distracted with trying to keep the button, and the return on one just looked a little bit too easy for the flag bearers' defense. Borgen might make his defense be as good as his offense, but he doesn't quite as MC Ride gets the return, not getting duked off that button today. Closec goes for a flat hit against 3 defenders. Does not work. Noob's just waiting around for maybe a power-up or his partner to come around. They are all fighting for the power-ups. The flag bearers were the first ones to get in position for them. But it looks like the Rubles might be able to. They've got the middle one. They've got the bottom left one. And I know that the right one's a little bit delayed, but it looks like Closec forcing Street Lamp on top of it is probably going to get up Borgen, getting away from Phonetics, and MC Ride barely getting through the top, doesn't quite make it work, and MC Ride gets the snipe to shut him down. Closec's away out of the base, not one person ahead of him. The score is now 2-all in this very fast-paced first half. Low scoring, but certainly very fast-paced and exciting. New friend giving a little cheer for his team. Noob and Borgen might be getting a little bit too impatient now, trying to get them back in the lead. As I said before, they do really, really need this win to make it through the finals.
Noob and Borgen both playing offensive defensive very well. I think they've been a little bit unlucky with some of their escapes from base, to be honest. I think they're playing their handoff game and offensive defense extremely well as a pair.
Rubles the only ones going for any of the power-ups. Noob just manages to get the tag for off Phonetics. MC Ride with a rolling bomb on defense probably should be using that on offense. He is a great flag carrier as he proves Street Lamp timing a boost perfectly to get the one on the right as well. So even though the Rubles were the first in, the flag bearers were first served. Noob coming with the tag pro, that's going to be very, very handy. Not if it runs out though just before. And now with both of the offenders of Closec and one flaciding, 4 defenders in the base. But it looks like the teams have reset for now. Noob going for a very ambitious grab, but he has made it work, going through the team tiles. Only one person ahead of him, but Closec is in a really good position to get the return, and he does get the return. Elfitzo can't block enough. Borgen's trying to get away from one, trying to force him to go for the snipe, but he doesn't make it work and ends up getting it returned to Noob. Trying to get back into position ahead of Borgen. MC Ride cutting him off with the gate though. Borgen getting that rolling bomb is going to be more than useful for the flag bearers. Noob getting a Juke Juice rolling bomb combination. Never seems to fail all that often. Never all that often. That makes a lot of sense. Borgen going away, getting away from MC Ride. Can't force MC Ride in the spike, which it looks like he was trying to do. Closec goes for a grab, getting away through the top thanks to the button blocking from one, and so now if Borgen gets returned, that's going to be a pretty easy cap and a pretty easy return. He can't split Phonetics in one, but now the whole of the flag bearers have converged and they're in a position to get the flag and get away. Street Lamp getting away. The defender slash offender, I don't even know what to call him anymore. He's playing defense in this match, grabbing the flag to get away. But it goes for a very awkward boost bomb combination and runs straight into a spike. One trying to get away. A very big cluster happening in the mid bot right section of the map. Street Lamp trying to get the return on one, but one's using his really strong flag carrying skills to get away, but not going to get through the team tiles. Doesn't matter how skilled you are. Juke Juice in the middle, which Elfitso is going to get. I mean, Closec is not going to get away. And it looks like the defenses of 0.1 to Rubles have really just gotten mostly rolling bombs. And are not using him on offense, which would help him greatly. Elfitso getting away from three chases rather, to get away. Decide not to make the same mistake the Borgen did earlier in the match, to go through that team tiles on the exit. Doesn't get away from one, but he almost did. That was really, really nice job from Elfitso. Not so nice job from Noob, who tries to go through the gate and can't make it work. 3 seconds left in this half, and the score is going to be 2-2 in the first half of that match. What do you think was the biggest? Because obviously 0.1 to Rubles, your team was really heavily favorited for the win in that match. What do you think they did wrong or Flag Bearers did right that made that not happen in this first half?
Look, I think Flag Bearers are playing really well as a group of two pairs. I think the combination of Noob and Borgen in offense and Elfitso and Streetlap in defenses, they're working really well in individual pairs. And in turn, working together then helps them just getting the caps. 0.12 was lacking at the start a bit, which allowed the 2 caps early for the Flag Bearers, and I really think that's been the difference in this half so far.
I do agree that Borgen and Noob have just clicked really, really well in this half. I don't think I've seen them do that like they have since first round in Hyperreactor, where they just clicked really, really well. They've done it again this half.
MC Wright also taking a back seat in this game, which he, after his stellar start to the season, is fair enough. But we could see a bit more from him if we had to.
I do agree with that very much. They do have a very versatile 0.12 Rubles have a very versatile a group of players. One doing a really good job of defense, as he proved in Boombox, and MC Ray doing a really good job of offense, as he proved in Blast Off in particular, and they're not really making the best use of that. Noob getting away, not from the sniper Venetics on the gate, and Borgen goes for a Splacid as one gets the respawn return. But yeah, they certainly do have the versatility advantage that I don't think Flag Bearers do, and they haven't been able to use it. Maybe it's the map, maybe it's just the strategy that they've gone for. The map is very somewhat similar to Geokoala in a way, where it's very much offense plays offense and defense plays defense, and not much meeting people in between, like say Blast Off or Holy Sea is. MC Ride snookering Closec to get that return. The power-up battle has begun. It's also very easy to keep track of power-ups in this map. They rarely get out of time. One grabbing the Tag Pro and getting the kill on Street Lamp, and uses it. If he can escort Closec, which I think he's in a perfect position to do to get through the gate, can't let him get the snipe, but Elfitso can take it where Street Lamp can't. Now One trying to use his Tag Pro to get a grab, but he doesn't take out the defense, which he probably should have done. Tag Pro runs out, Street Lamp gets the return, Closec swoops in, doesn't wait for One to catch back up, and that is going to be no luck for either of them. Noob and Borgen have a similar story on their end of the field, albeit they did actually wait for their teammates, but they have not got any caps so far either. Flag Bearers last half had already got 1 cap lead, so perhaps Rubles doing a little bit of a better job. One going away through the top, barely getting away through the top from Street Lamp. Borgen barely getting away from MC right down the bottom. Not going to get away from Venetics, but that doesn't matter. It's happened a little bit too late because the return has been made against One. Noob can't get away through the top. Venetics gets the return. Now he's getting back in a position to get the blocks. One can't get the blocks on Elfitso. He just didn't seem like he wasn't able to decide whether he wanted to get the block on Street Lamp or if he wanted to get an on Elfitso, and then he just didn't get the block on either of them, and the return was just a little bit too easy. Borgen with the Tag Pro waiting for Noob, also with the Tag Pro to make something interesting happen on offense. One opts to wait on defense for a little bit just to help him out, but it doesn't do that much as Noob takes him out really easily. Noob gives Borgin a path to go through top, but what is he doing? Getting off the button to try and kill MC Ride, giving Venetics an invitation to go and get the button, getting the return. So then Noob rushes to get a grab and can't make it work. That is one for the top 5, top 10 fails of the week. That one is close at getting away through the top. That one's the top 5 win of the week, if you call it that. Getting the kill on the button camper of Noob to bring them to 3-2 on aggregate score in the lead. One getting way through bottom, only one person ahead of him. Borgen's ahead of him. One just spends a little bit too long procrastinating on that boost to get through. If he had done it just half a second to a second earlier, then he would have got that cap, but he just didn't do it. Borgen getting way through the bottom. Close, can't find a route to get through the top, as it looks like Flag Bearers have got a lot more of the power-ups, but MC Right getting a really nice return on Borgen. Classic trying to get to the top to get a cap, but Street Lamp's there for the regrab to prevent that from happening, and he grabs a Juke Juice as well, which means he can make something fantastic happen, but not a Closec. Can get less than a pixel away from Noob, not so much against Elfitzo, and he does also get returned Street Lamp, trying to get away from Venetics and MC Ride. The Juke Juice doing a lot of help for him, not as much as it is for Venetics as he gets the return. One trying to find a way through the bottom, getting the kill against one of the chasers is Venetics and Closec, but they can't get the kill on the flag carrier, which means one is not going to be able to cap anytime soon, having to get past Street Lamp, which he barely does, getting through the top button. Noob trying to get past close, spiking himself as Noob tries to go through the team tiles, really risky, but he does live for just a couple seconds longer. Fantastic return against MC Ride as from Venetics, as Noob is just trying to find a gap to get through into the base. MC Ride grabbing a rolling bomb, which could have been very useful for Noob. The snipe is available for MC Ride, and he takes it and he nails it. He's been getting a lot of really great snipes this match, has MC Ride. Borgen trying to find a way, getting through the team. He hasn't been seen by the other team yet. Closec getting away from Noob, who hesitates to take return, take the lunge, and now Closec is away through bottom. One person to beat, but nobody can get the return on that flag carrier in front of him. MC Ride and Venetics converging, trying to get into position to get it, but Street Lamp's just finding a way, thanks to the blocks of Elfitzo, to get away through the bottom left. One getting the snipe just a little bit too late. Closec getting returned by Borgen for a fantastic snipe after Elfitzo misses. One trying to get away from the base, getting through top just in time, but the flag, Street Lamp has still been holding onto the flag for quite a long time. He does it 48 seconds, 50 seconds now. Climbing up on the board just a little bit higher as well, making it through the team tiles. Closec grabbing, getting away from Borgen only barely thanks to the boost, but MC Ride just holding him back just a little bit. Venetics, the defense, doesn't wait an extra half a second to let his offender one grab. He'll have to wait to get the return to let him grab, but by then, you've already got a tag bro defense, but one stays alive. He's trying to go for the cousin kiss, but he can't get in a position to get the cousin kiss, and by the time he goes into the top left corner, Closec has grabbed the flag, and he's away through the bottom. What a fantastic getaway and a fantastic snave. Probably at the fault. He does spike himself those Street Lamp grabs. The Tag Pro, the last thing that he needed. Carbon copy of what we saw in 45, where Street Lamp tried to get the return, but Bold Jobby and myself actually just kept sweeping in and grabbing the replag and getting away from the base. It was just really unlucky and really poor by the defense, I think was the problem. MC Ride getting another good snap, but yeah, really poor by the defense to not give him that opportunity to get the cap that would have made a massive difference to the game, especially since there's only a 1 cap lead. Noob getting away, nice snipe from Borgen, knock Venetics the other way, but MC Ride's just nailing those snipes every single time, but he can't snipe Borgen, who gets a fantastic split, getting away from MC Ride and Venetics, even with MC Ride getting a little push away, and now Street Lamp and Elfitzo have both got the gate. Borgen's got a Juke Juice, he's got a cap. That was a fantastic juke to get away, and now the score is 3-all, very tight, only 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. 3-all on aggregate, and the power battle in the bottom left has happened. Borgen's got it, he needs it, spikes himself, so he might not be able to hold on to it as he tries to make his way out of base, but Noob does have a tag bro, so and Borgen does actually hold on to that rolling bomb. And so that's got to be a cap if they even know a little bit about what they're doing on offense. That's got to be a cap. But they don't. Borgen uses his rolling bomb to force Noob to grab. Noob dies. Now Borgen is up against 2 defenders. MC Ride did a really good job to stop Borgen from being able to utilize that rolling bomb, and even went one step further to actually prevent Noob from using his tag pro to help Borgen, which was really nicely done. One's the only person going for that middle power up, it seems. Shitso trying to join him. One's just in a better position, though, to get the Juke Juice It's going to be make or break for Closek and 1. Closek's waiting for another pair up in the bottom left, but he spends too long there, and the Jig Juice of 1 isn't going to be able to get put to any use. Morgan getting away through the team tiles, but not from Phonetics as he crosses over onto his own side. Noobs trying to go through the bottom, still unseen, but Closek's got the tag pro. Noobs getting away from Closek, Phonetics, and MC Ride. One's the only one who can save it now, but Flag Bearers comes in to get a cap at the last second. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left of this half to go, and the aggregate score is 4-3. Borgen has got a rolling bomb, getting almost returned by MC Ride. That was close. That was very, very close, and that would have resulted in them being in the lead, but a little bit of a glitch, I think maybe some people would call it. Stopped MC Ride from being able to get that return. Borgen getting away from Closek and Phonetics. 1 can't find a path to get through Street Lamp, not without the help from MC Ride and Closek, who hold onto the gate for him. But stuffing up the boost wrap, that's no matter, as he gets away from Noob to the bottom. Phonetics can't get a return as he's trying to block 3 people and get a return at the same time, so 1 does get returned in the end. Borgen being cut off by MC Ride in the team tiles, Phonetics getting the return in the end. Noob's the only person who can save it, and he does do that just fine. Closek was a little bit too impatient and didn't give 1 enough time to get the block and get the return. The score is still 4-3 on aggregate in this half. Fitzo getting away from Phonetics. MC Ride doesn't have a boost to get a return, but it does spawn under Phonetics' toes, and he's able to get that return. 1 can't get away from Street Lamp. Closek is away through the top, and he's only got Noob ahead of him. He should be letting him know that he's coming, but he's got a Jig Juice, so he might be able to prevent it, but 1 comes in just at the right moment to get the return on, to get the blocks on 1. The score is now 5-5. Is it? I don't even fucking know. It's fucking 4-4. Yeah, whatever, same fucking thing. The point is, it is close as shit, and this is exciting. MC Ride's got a tag pro on defense. Closek has got a Flaccid in the red base. No power spawning anytime soon, except for that bottom left one, if I recall correctly. I think it's coming up in a couple of seconds. They're waiting for it. Borgen is getting returned. Rolling bomb in the middle. That rolling bomb in the middle is going to mean capping and not capping. And MC Ride, he's not using it to go on offense. No, he is. He's going back. I swear to God, Rubles aren't listening to me. Maybe they are. Maybe they're flipping to channels. Who knows? MC Ride's got his rolling bomb. This is make or break. 20 seconds left, and he uses to bomb Street Lamp out of the way. He's away through top. They've got the blocks on Borgen. Borgen's the only one who can save it, and he can't save it. MC Ride rolls in. Rolling bomb. Fucking fantastic to get the return. The score is now 5-4 with only 10 seconds left in the game. Borgen and Street Lamp. Close second 1 for some reason are going on offense when they could be playing a little bit more defensively to secure that. A Flaccid from Borgen. Flaccid from Borgen, and that is going to be the end of the game. What a fucking fantastic match that was.
What
really,
a match.
really,
that was crazy.
Hooey. Congratulations to you, Sonic Joe. That's your team, isn't it?
It is my Majors team, and I'm exceptionally happy to see them win, but I think they got a bit lucky. They definitely listed their game in the second half to bring it back. But after that first half, I think they're lucky to keep it a 2-all draw. So second half, definitely much better.
That was really nice done.
Who's your man of the match, is?
Oh, there was a lot of really good plays and a lot of really good players. I don't think I could pinpoint a certain one. But I'm going to say Noob and Borgen together just clicked a lot better than any other match, but unfortunately they couldn't make it work. We have Closek here, captain of the 0.12 Rubles. How does it feel to take away the hopes and the dreams of the flag bearers getting into the finals? It looks like their chances are a lot slimmer than they were going into this round. What went well for you in this match?
I have to say we got very, very lucky with this result. Like, getting a 1-cap win with less than 20 seconds to go is just extremely lucky for us. Flag bearers played out of their minds, and honestly, I would have said they were the better team for a very large period of that game. We got very lucky. We had power up control at the right times, and we just did what we needed to do, like blocking, coming into the base, and get away. But fair credit to the flag bearers; they played absolutely fantastic tonight.
Street Lamp from the flag bearers, who sorry about that match that you lost. You did make it a really, really exciting match, and as Closek said, you played incredibly well, definitely deserving of at least making it into the finals, even if you haven't. Although rather, even if your chances are a lot slimmer than they were going into that round, do you still feel like you have a chance?
Not really sure, man. Like, we did play pretty well in that match, and I don't really understand why we lost. So if, like, we were pretty on point going into that. So for us to still have a loss, I'm not sure what to expect. I don't know if we have a chance going into the finals or not.
MC Riders love, MC Riders life. Classic. I think mathematically, just to bring it back to you, I think mathematically you've now secured that spot in the playoffs. But I could be wrong about that.
Sorry, I am going to jump in here. I can say that we have guaranteed a final spot with that result. And now we are just waiting on the Death Apps 22's game. If that's a draw, then we've also secured first place. But I'm just glad that we're in the playoffs.
Your undefeated streak continues. Do you think you can continue that undefeated streak and you go into the semi-finals and into the Premier League?
I'm certainly hoping so. We've got a big ask next week against Cap 22s, who are another front runner. And that'll be a very big ask at the team on Holy See. But I feel that we can do enough to get the points, or at least a point from it. And then we're just going to take it one by each game going into the finals.
Are there any other comments you'd like to give us before we wrap it up?
Not that I can think of. Fair play. The flag bearers, they all played really, really well. And I feel a bit sad for them knowing that they didn't get a point from that. I feel that they at least deserved 1 point. But as I said earlier, we got lucky, and I'm glad we managed to take all 3.
Alrighty, well, thank you for making it such an amazing game, Classic and Balkan. You're the only ones here who played the match. Thank you to Dogon from streaming. Thank you for Son of Drogo helping commentating. Even though you didn't get too many words in, I'm sorry about that.
Thank you, Sid.
Kind of a bad habit of mine that I do that.
I wouldn't say that, Sid.
Yeah, anyway, thank you, Dogon, for streaming. Thank you for making it such a fucking amazing match. Jesus Christ. Am I allowed to say that on stream? I don't care. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.